So a lot of people speculated that 2024 was one of the worst years for sneakers. However, we did get a lot of new models, some that may or may not have been overlooked, but in my personal opinion, there has been definitely some new bangers. So in today's video, I have 6 of those new models, which I all think can be contender for the best model this year. And I want you guys to let me know at the end of the video, which one do you think deserves to be the best model. And if there isn't a shoe that I listed on here in today's video, let me know in the comment section below. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. So the first one we're going to start off with is Anthony Edwards' new shoe. And honestly, this one is a banger, bro. And it's already been in talks of just shoe of the year in general. And usually when we get into talks of shoe of the year, is usually some type of like collab or nostalgic Jordan, right? Well, this one is 1, an Adidas, and 2, a basketball shoe. And I think he did, 1, the design is phenomenal. I think is a new feel to the game. You know, obviously, Nike has been taking over when it comes to the basketball game, but I think him and James Harden have just killed it on the Adidas side, and this was a brand new feeling. The look is amazing, and the colorways have been spot on. He makes very good colorways. I don't think he's really made a bad colorway yet. Now I think we're kind of getting to the point where they're releasing a lot, but at the end of the day, it's a basketball shoe. So let's try not to have the same expectations as like an off-the-court shoe like a Jordan or anything. We're supposed to have a lot of different shoes, a lot of different colorways and things like that. But he just does an amazing job. And I think everybody overall loves him. And this is one of the few basketball shoes, probably one of the only basketball shoes that people are making a legitimate argument that you can wear these off the court. Yeah, because if you're wearing basketball shoes off the court and you're not like a dad or a trainer or anything, we gotta discuss some, bro. It ain't 2020, it ain't 2014, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. But the Anthony Edwards, bro, they just have this such sleek design, bro, and it is good. And we've seen pictures of like Wale showing that you can really put it on off the court. And I considered it. Now, me personally, I didn't buy it, but I do sell to a lot of basketball players, and they said functionality wise, it's also very good on the court. So it's the best of both worlds. And let's just not to mention the marketing that he does behind it with him and Adidas. I love how Adidas is just giving him full creative freedom. You know, obviously with the stuff like with Kanye and things like that, there's been a little speculation that Adidas doesn't really do that. But, you know, Anthony Edwards, he gonna talk his mind, and I'm really glad they're allowing him to do that. All the commercials that he's made has been bangers. You know, especially with him like calling out other people, calling out other brands, you know, addressing all the hate, all the noise. And honestly, I've only seen 100% good feedback. So this is definitely one of the best models in my opinion, for sure. And Anthony Edwards is a solid guy. I ain't gonna lie to you. I like him on the court, and I feel like that plays a factor in if I'm buying your shoe. You know what I mean? Especially a basketball shoe. Michael Jordan, he a dickhead, but it's like he's the GOAT and his shoes sell and they look good. But if you're somebody like bro, and I'm not rock with you, I don't know who really has a signature shoe that I don't really like. Maybe Trae Young. That's probably why he left Adidas, bro. Like, no one really rocks with Trae Young like that. Like, I don't know. But that's it for the Adidas Anthony Edwards ones. So that is the number 1 shoe. Next, we have the Jordan Jumpman Jack. So this is Travis Scott's own signature shoe. Now, before, he was just doing consistent and constant collabs with Jordans. You know, obviously we have all the 1s, the low tops, the highs, the 6s, the 4s, the 270s, or whatever they were. What else we got? The SBs. The list can go on. But it got to a point where his collab Jordans, it didn't have that spark anymore. And a lot of people were getting really, really fatigued by it. And I think Nike just kind of realized his product works, and they don't really have anybody else. You know, because really the only other hit makers from Nike were Virgil, and he's deceased. Rest in peace, Virgil. And then like J Balvin, and it's like his shoes are for selective people only because it's always like some super loud color. Who else is a good collaborator in Nike? And that's really kind of it for just really heavy collab makers. And Travis Scott has always been consistent since he's came out, but we got to that point where we were just burnt out. We didn't really care about any low top ones anymore, and we were just tired of it. And then they introduced us to the Jumpman Jack, and I really like the shoe. It's a mix of a trainer, but it still has its own feel. And actually I should have brought my other shoes, because I do have some of these shoes for the other ones. But yeah, it's a mix of a trainer. Now, I will say the thing, I'll do my pros and cons with this one for sure. I feel like this one, like the Jumpman Jack, I feel like it's only good with certain colorways. Now, that's not anything bad, and that's honestly my personal take. For example, like I know the first one was a cream colorway. I wasn't the biggest fan of it, but I wouldn't be mad if somebody said that was a good looking shoe. I just think that certain colors do a lot more for this shoe, and there's some colors that could be left in the vault. But I do love the direction that they went in, giving Travis like his own thing instead of just spamming us with the Jordan 1s. I think it's really good. And again, with certain colors, especially this one, I think this one's going to be my favorite for a long time unless I see more colors. But it goes back to the original Travis colorway, like his theme, that Cactus Jack with that brown, the dark colors. I think we kind of lost track of that when we were just spamming out silhouettes and Jordans and all that. The details are super nice. You have all of his details. I think this is a good shoe. They're not, I wouldn't say like comfortable like a Von Mero or anything, but I wouldn't have issues with them on my feet. And I think they're really good. Like the hybrid of a cross trainer, and I don't even know what else it's a cross of, but it gives that versatility whenever you get to dress up. So I really do like that, and I do like the direction that they went with just giving Travis his own thing, and we can kind of just slow down production when it comes to the Travis Scott collabs and just give him his own signature shoe. So I really do like that, and I'm glad that is a new model. So that is the second shoe on my list. Next, we have the John Geiger 004. Sorry if I mispronounce his name. Now, I remember him releasing shoes back when I first started selling back in like 2017, 2018. And this one might be biased, but I just never really liked his shoe. I feel like all of his shoes were just a remake of an already popular shoe. And he got a lot of backlash early on when he was first releasing his shoes for that exact reason. And a lot of people were saying that the 004 is that breakthrough shoe that doesn't feel like another shoe. Well, honestly, to me, it looks like a 2 Chainz Versace chain reaction. So I really not, and it has a high retail value, like high retail point, and just it never caught on in the sneaker culture. I don't think I've ever seen his shoe in public ever. Like there's some shoes where they get a lot of backlash on the internet, but I've seen them in public for sure. Like those Cool Kai shoes, I don't like them. The internet doesn't like them, and then obviously Nike don't like them because of that lawsuit. But I see them a lot in person. But these Johns, I've never seen them in person. So me personally, I don't know why this is on the list. I don't like. Maybe we're just missing another shoe. But me personally, and again, this might be biased, but me personally, I just don't like it, and it's nowhere near my contender for best new model. Next, we have the Air Jordan 4 RM. Now, this one is interesting because I feel like it had the potential, but at the same time, whenever they first released the one with Nigel Sylvester, I knew that it was going to be an issue because the original one that got released, it said bike on it instead of Nike. And then obviously the shape is just like, it's a skater version of a Jordan 4. That's basically what it is. Now, there are some pros to that. It is a lower retail point. So, you know what I'm saying, if you can't really afford a Jordan 4 or, you know, you can't cop a Jordan 4 for retail, which, I mean, now it's kind of just easy at this point, right? This is a good alternative. But my main thing when it first came out was, I said the collab version is going to sell 100%. It's going to sell. They're marketing it well. It has a good collaborator behind it. But you can't take this shoe to the hood and justify it. It doesn't matter what you say, what receipts you bring. At the end of the day, it looks like an off-brand Jordan 4 or like a Team Jordan type of Jordan 4, like some type of like Spazike or something like that. And I think that's the main issue. These instantly went on sale time they released outside of the collaborative version. I think it had potential maybe if it got released a couple years back when we were just in the prime of Jordan 4s and it was just extremely hard to get. But I feel like we just have way too many options and too much accessibility to an actual Jordan 4 for us to really settle down for this one. Now, I guess it's intended for like skaters and bikers and things like that. But again, I don't think they would want anything like that. I think they already have a good selection of shoes when it comes to skating. Vans, Dunks, Converse. Like there's a lot of better options. I feel like if I was a skater, I don't think I would do this. And I just can't, like, if you get the image of a skater, you don't see an Air Jordan 4 RM. So it had the potential maybe a couple years back, but time it got on release, it instantly went on discount. And I feel like it is a discount type of shoe. And again, it was at a lower retail point, and I feel like if we had it maybe at an even lower retail point, so it being on sale, I think at that price point, it's a good shoe. But yeah, that's all I gotta say about the Air Jordan 4 RM. But you guys can let me know, because I think that opinion might get some mixed opinions. I don't know. Next, we have the New Balance 1906A. And oh my gosh, I don't think you understand. I've wanted to cop this shoe for like the past year now, and I don't know why. And I've had multiple opportunities, and it's not like a hard shoe to get. But every time I see it, it looks so good, bro. It looks so good. It's so comfortable. And New Balance, I feel like New Balance just does a good job of like low-key just marketing their shoes, right? Even with the 90s, 60s, and with this shoe obviously as well, they'll have like a collab version of it, and they'll just drop it so subtly, and then they'll have like the everyday pairs that'll just hit shelves, and then the normal people, they start to pick up on it, things like that, and then everybody tries to go backtrack and find the first one, and then it's like it's already at like $600. And this shoe right here, it looks so good. I like all of New Balance's new models. I think all of them, you can dress up, dress down, go to the gym, pop out to the club. I think you can do all of that, and I just love the versatility with these, especially this one. I think out of like the 90s, 60s, the 2002 Rs, I don't even want to rank them because they're all so good, bro. I think they're all so good. Oh my gosh, bro. New Balance just does they killed it. They killed it this past year with the mix of just comfort and style, bro. And they always have good colorways. Like the silver one of the 1906. Oh my God, they're fire. They're super fire. I think those could definitely be a huge contender. And I see them a lot. I see them a lot in the gym, just out. So definitely people are, gravitating towards them. And again, New Balance is a trending shoe, and I think it will continue to trend. Unlike Asics, I don't think Asics will make it past this year. I think Asics will die down, but I think New Balance, they have a good arsenal of silhouettes and models. And I don't think it's gonna die down anytime soon, bro. Cause the versatility in them is just so good, bro. It's just so good. So yeah, this one is up there for me. And then last but not least, and I think this one is a real sleeper, bro. And I actually do have a pair. Actually, I'm gonna go get it for you guys. So I'm not gonna gatekeep. I'm not gonna gatekeep. Hold on. All right, so it's the Air Max DNs. Now, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I'm gonna be so honest with you. The only reason I bought this shoe was because originally, and Nike, they kind of fumbled the bag, but they didn't at the same time. So basically with this shoe specifically, like this colorway DN, this one was supposed to be like very limited. It was supposed to be exclusively dropped at Sneaker Politics in Austin. I think they were having, it was some festival going on in Austin. I forgot the name of the festival, but It was so basically Sneaker Politics and Nike, they were working around the festival, and this was supposed to be the drop incorporated around the festival. I went to Austin. I'd be out in Austin anyways, just to kick it, have a good time. And so my initial goal was just to resell these because they said that they were limited to like X amount of pairs. And I'm like, and this was like a new model. This was the first DN. And I was like, it's a type decent colorway. And then the images that Nike and Politics posted, I'm like, and it got like a cool little like futuristic vibe to it. I said, I'm rocking with them. Like I actually like him, and I'm not like a huge Air Max fan. I'm not OG enough to just be like really just rocking Air Maxes like that, but these are fire. And then turns out, and this is where I think Nike kind of fumbled the bag, they ended up having another release on sneakers for these, and I think it was a still limited drop, but you know, you can't just say, hey, these are only going to be dropped here and then next week drop them on sneakers. And then the value just kind of like crashed. Now, the reason I said that they fumbled the bag with that is because the main way that Nike and a lot of brands do it, I was just giving New Balance their credit for it, is to, in my opinion, the best way to promote a new model is to have a collab version of it first and then drop the general release of shoes. So I thought this was going to be that one collab slash hype slash limited pair, and then we're going to have all the general release shoes. So I do think that they kind of fumbled the bag with that. I think they should have just kept this limited, and then after that, just drop. Because I think right after this dropped, or the same day, they literally dropped 5 different colorways, and they were all type decent. But the thing with this shoe, it's so comfortable, bro. This is hands down the most comfortable shoe I've owned. I think these are more comfortable than Vomeros. I think these are more comfortable than any Yeezy I have. It is so comfortable. It looks heavy, but it's not, bro. It looks like real bulky, but bro, it looks type decent on your feet, bro. It really does. Like, everything that you think would be a problem with this shoe, I promise you, it's not an issue. This shoe is the most comfortable shoe ever. Now, this colorway specifically, I feel like, I wouldn't say I'll pop out, but it's like I can go walk around town with some calm on and have these on. And like anytime I wear these, I get so many like, oh my God, like what are those? Those are so cool. Like, oh my God, I've never seen those before. But yeah, all the other like general release shoes, like colorways for this, the DNs, I think they're kind of just like mainly like walk around, go to the gym, running errands type shoe, but they're just so comfortable. So they're good. I think this is like the modern day Air Max 270 for me. I ain't gonna lie. I think this is like a modern Air Max 270. Like, you know, when Air Max 270, they had their little wave. Like, everybody was just rocking them, just casual though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it wasn't too much to where like you could pop out and go out with some 270s on. But if you're just walking around the town and depending on the colorway, you're gonna get some looks for sure. And everybody knows the 270. So I think this is gonna be like one of those shoes. It's just in a weird time right now because of like obviously like New Balances and Asics for like the comfort wars, you should say. But I have seen more people as time went on start getting the Air Max DN. So I think this is a huge contender. I just don't think a lot of people are hip to it yet, bro. But this is hands down easily the most comfortable shoe that I've ever, I can't even stress that enough, ever put on my feet. So shout out the Air Max DNs. And so that was the last shoe, man. So if I'm gonna have to pick one, honestly, let me just rank them right now. Number 1, I'm gonna have to go with Anthony Edwards, bro. I think it's just crazy to see, especially in 2024, to see a basketball shoe get so much hype, especially when we've had like all the classics come back. We've had like the KD4s re-release. We had some of the older Kobe's re-release. And I'm missing something else that was re-released too. But it's a lot of older basketball shoes that are coming back for nostalgic reasons. And they're not even, you know what I mean? Like the Anthony Edwards are getting more hype than them. So shout out Anthony Edwards for sure. Second on my personal list, I would have to put the New Balance. I think it's just such a versatile shoe. All the colorways are good. It's good comfort. It's good style-wise. And I think you can just style it and do whatever you want with it. So Shout out New Balance as a whole. 3, I ain't gonna lie, I got my Air Max DNs. These are the most comfortable shoes ever. I really do like them, and I wouldn't be mad if I saw more people hop onto it. But I will say though, this will be my only pair buying it. But I've never been just like a general release type of guy, and like I said, I'm not really an Air Max type of dude. But man, these shoes are comfortable, bro, for sure. Next, I got the Jumpman Jacks. You know, I'm just really glad that they went in that direction with Travis. I just think it was really time to like just slow down on the claps. Let's just give him his own shoe. But with the colorways, I really do think that the colorways are crucial on this shoe, and that's why I don't think I could put it above a lot of these other things. Next, we got the Air Jordan 4 RM. I think it's just one of those shoes where it was just bad timing. I think a couple of years ago, I think a lot of people would have been very grateful for a cheap alternative to an Air Jordan 4 RM. And I think like actual sneakerheads too that like have multiple Jordan 4s, I think they would have gravitated too, just because off the like, hype of a Jordan 4 too, you know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of shoes where it's like we kind of have the alternate version, and then it's always that one sneakerhead like, oh man, y'all, you're not really into shoes if you don't got these, man. How can you appreciate these if you don't got these? And I feel like that's the Air Jordan 4 RM is that perfect type of shoe. But it just came too late, bro. Like, it's really easy to get a Jordan 4 right now. And then last, the Johns. Bro, those suck. They suck, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. Those suck, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. But let me know if my list is accurate. Let me know what you guys think will be the best new sneaker model of the year. And make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. And even if you didn't like my opinion, man, I make other videos too, giving out shoes, giving out my clothing brand, which you see on my body right now, out to the homeless, taking care of them, and just making sure that I can still spread the enjoyment of sneakers. So I hope y'all just support your boy. And with that being said, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.